What's going on? It's Anthony from S2K and the Ant, and today is a two-part series, not really a two-part series, but a two-video series. And the two is 1. Install new brake pads. 2. Do a brake fluid flush. So this is going to be 2 videos. They're going to be semi-linked, but yeah, just keeping it transparent. So what I'm doing here is doing a brake pad change. I got a sensor, I got a warning saying my brake pad is low because these Lexus LS430s have a little sensor that wears down, and when it wears down enough, it will prompt you saying your brake pad is low. It's basically like a sensor that has like an internal circuit, and the circuit breaks once it goes down to like a certain amount. Yeah, that's how it works. So I'm going to be doing a brake pad change. As you can see, I already have the hood open, and I have the front wheel jacked off the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that wheel and see where it takes me. Alright, so after you get the wheel off, what you have to do is remove this pin, punch out this bar. After the bar comes out, you can take out this clip, and once this clip comes out, you can push back these brake pads with a screwdriver, and then you'll be able to just pull them out. Super simple.
There you go. Wow. Oh, and the pads come right out, huh?
Yeah. It has some life to it. Maybe it's just the rears that are low. That's a lot.
Still pretty meaty.
These are meaty. Do I change? Do I change? Do I change? Okay, if they say... They don't say anything. I was gonna say, if they say Toyota, I don't change. But...
Just change it for peace of mind.
Because I'm here already. Alright. There you go. That's how you do it. Alright, so even though these front brake pads are pretty good, I noticed they're like aftermarket. They're not Toyota. It's not the good stuff. See how it says Toyota right here? So you know this is the good stuff, even though it has like a ton of life. You can kind of see there. See on the side. So whatever. I'm still gonna change it. Alright, so I'm gonna just transfer over the shims from my old pads to my new ones. Just pop them on like that. Yeah. Good to go. So since the pistons are extended, what you have to do is actually retract the pistons so your new brake pads will fit. So I have the old brake pad here. I have a screwdriver here, and I'm just gonna wedge it in there, and then you can just pry on it a little bit, not too crazy. You don't want to mess up the rotor, but yeah, you can feel the piston retract. And oh no, another side note is that I have the cap of the Brake Master cylinder off. There we go.
Oh, just because it's not pressurized, right?
And there, see? Now it fits in perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to do the same for the other side, and then put the brake pads in. There we go. There we go. Alright, now the pistons are fully retracted, and I'm going to put in the new brake pads. New Toyota brake pads, aka Lexus, aka the best. Now the brake pads are in, so what I'm going to do first is put this clip right here, the retaining clip, and then I'm gonna, I can just do it from here. Shouldn't make a difference. Okay, and now that this is in, just pop the pin back in. like so. You're good to go. That's how you change the brake pad.
Voila.
Yeah. So, short story long, I decided to jack up the car on all four wheels because it's easier to do the brake flush that way, which is what you should do. I was gonna hold off to tomorrow and do the brake flush after I do the brake pads, but I'm just gonna just do both today. Cool. On to the next side. So this side there's the brake pad sensor, and
It clipped on.
yep. So just pop it off like that, and it fits in there. All right. There you go. Thick side goes in the front. And just slide in there. First thing is put the pin here through the holder for the brake wear sensor, and then push down on the retaining clip so you can move the pin through it. Push down on it more, and it should go to the other hole. And then after you're done with that, put the retaining clip in there for the pin, and that's it. This is the left rear caliper, and to replace the brake pads, it's pretty much the same thing as the fronts. First thing you gotta do is just remove this pin. It's barely held on. You can probably just do that with your hands. And then after that, you can remove this retaining pin, which also holds this retaining clip. Just be careful because these things fly. There you go. That. And then with these pads in here, pry on them like the front just to push back the pistons. It's to make installing the new pads easier because there won't be any room, so I'm going to do it now. There we go. And these are some brand new Toyota pads, straight from Japan, as you can tell, with all the Japanese writing. Makes it more JDM. So it's just putting the backing plates on here and sticking it in. There you go. This side first, and then we'll do this side next. There we go. Then after you put the brake pads in, get the retaining clip here. Just drive push it down the retaining clip there. Oh, did it go through already? That's it?
Yeah.
Felt like there's nothing. Okay. And then after that pin is through, stick the retaining clip on that pin with the hands, and that's it. That's how you do it. Alright.
Right.
So like the front side, the rear one here on the passenger side, the American passenger side has a brake level sensor. So it's the same deal, has this clip here that you gotta take off. Just like the front, it's not too much different. So this is the rear brake pad. You can see this is the brake wear sensor. And you see how it's broken right there. So basically how this works is there's two wires coming from here, and when the brake pad wears out enough, it breaks the connection between these two wires, and it trips the sensor. So what some people do is actually just solder these two cables together, and then you lose your ability to detect wear on your brake pads, but the light will go away. So that's another option for people that don't want to spend more money. And to take off the brake wear sensor, same deal, just pry it off, and it slides right off just like that. So that's how you do it. So what I did was just cut up the wire a little bit, stripped the wires and then twisted them together, and then just straight up soldered them together. And then after that, I'm just gonna stick some heat shrink on it, and then call it a wrap. Where the hell is it? You don't actually have a heat gun.